guys, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my 4 techniques or 4 ways to better memorize lists of words. So if you're studying for a midterm or for a final or for, hey, whatever exam you are studying for, and you have a list of words that you cannot for the life of you remember in order, or you just can't remember because there's like 5 or 8 or 16 of them, so-called keywords in that list, this video is right up your street. So with that being said, I'm going to stop the ramble and get right into this with the first method that is called picture this. So this is mainly for science pupils. So if you're studying for a biology exam, or you know what, something visual, anything visual that you can draw, because like you can't really draw a return on investment or OCD type of thing, but you can draw a heart, a liver, and a lung. So if you're studying for bio or any other science, anatomy, even cognition and perception, have some behavioral neuroscience, if you're studying the brain and all of that, this one is for you. So basically, when you're trying to remember a list of words that just looks like plain words to you, I know I did it in my previous video if you watched it, try to illustrate those words. So look at the list of words and just next to each word try to draw, like really quickly, not Picasso here for 4 hours, just try to like squiggly line some pencil and stick figures right next to each image. You're gonna be surprised how this trick really works for visual people and people that remember information better if they see it. Because during the exam, not only will you have, to be perfectly honest, the list of images that's gonna pop into your brain first, but that list of images is gonna lead you to the keywords, and also it's gonna lead you to the correct order of the list you're trying to remember. So definitely, if you're studying for something visual, for something touchy and part of the human body, why not draw it? My second method is something that I use very frequently, and you're gonna see it throughout any discipline, I believe, and it's called the first letter method. Basically, when you see a list of words and they're in no particular order, you need to remember this list, or even this keyword, and it's really long and you cannot for the life of you remember the order of the word or the list of the words. Basically, if you can, arrange them in a way that the first letter of every word, if you combine them together, sounds like something. Let's go business for an example, so people don't beat on me for always giving suicidal ideation as an example. So business, let's say you're trying to remember how to analyze a company by looking at their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is a list of words that you need to remember, and you cannot remember them for the life of you. Well, luckily the people that are in business already did this for you. They took the first letter of each word and they created SWOT analysis. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. SWOT analysis. See, this way you just remember the funny sounding words, SWOT or ROI, return on investment. And you can apply it in any discipline. In psychology, it's used a lot for OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and whatnot. So definitely, if you can do it, try it. The third method is called creating associations. Now, one of my professors this semester actually spoke about how our brain is not just a bunch of drawers randomly separated in your head, but also an interconnection of drawers. So let's say your brain is your room and you have a bunch of drawers everywhere, but they are connected. So let's say if you open one, it's gonna make you think about the other one, and then the other one, and then the other one. So if you do not connect the words, if you don't find something that links them together, remembering a list of random words is extremely difficult, even if you try repetition. Even if they're not linked so much, make them linked. So let's say you want to remember, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 words, okay? You want to remember a list of words, and the list of words is bed, camera, lamp, and desk. Now repeat in your head, bed, camera, lamp, desk, bed, bread, camera, what? I don't, like, what does bed have to do with a camera and a desk? Well, what you can do is you can create an association with it. Oh, a YouTuber uses a camera and a light, and usually they film in front of their bed, and I'm guessing all their products on their desk when they use it, and they present it to you to tell me that this is the monthly favorites. So see, just by making those associations, they're random associations for something else in your life, I'm pretty sure you're gonna remember the YouTuber with the camera and the lamp and the bed and the desk, and voila, you memorized all the words you needed to memorize. So if you're studying for history and you're trying to memorize a list of events or a list of important, like, I don't know, wars or Declaration of Independence or whatever happened, what I used to do, I couldn't just remember, okay, which came first? Did they like go there first, or did the invasion and the war happen and then they what? Like, I just don't, they're not linked. A way you can do this is create an association and give yourself a visual. So this is combining two methods into one, and you can do a timetable, like a line of time. This helped me tremendously because not only will it help you memorize the words, because first of all you see them on a timeline, but also I find that it helped me tremendously on history exams, because even if, let's say, oh Anna, I don't need to know the dates, why do I need to do a timeline? Make it, because it helps you in ways that you can't really imagine. So let's say if on exam the question is, okay, in 1956, if this was the condition of that time, is it true or false? If you know that the condition of that time sounds a lot more like something that happened in 1909, on your list, you're like, well, that kind of sounds like that, and I remember that that word was way before that word, so no way on the exam these two are connected, so false. See? It makes you like situate yourself. Now my last tip is called story time, and this one is honestly one of my favorites, and this is your go-to method when the list of words you're trying to remember is redonkulous. Like, it don't make sense. No matter what you do, you cannot draw the words, you cannot create associations, they are so completely random, like nothing connects these words, and you're trying to memorize this list of like 16 words or like 14 or 10, and it's a huge list, and you're like, I don't know, like it can, your first tips don't work. Well, this is the like Megatron Optimus Prime of how to memorize list trick, and it's really easy. And it's really fun, and it should be used with a pinch of salt, because you cannot do this for every list because it's a bit extensive and it requires you to be creative. So my creative folks out there, wow, it's time to go nuts and have fun. This is, I'm gonna stop blabbering now. What you do is you take your list, and if you want to remember them in order, you can also, this also was to remember them in order. And what you do is you create a story around them. And the more original and like what your story is, the better you are gonna memorize the list. So to give you an example, I'm gonna look at my room. Okay, we have sour candy, we have flowers, let's try it. We have a bathrobe and a bag. So let's say those are your words to memorize. Bathrobe, bag, sour candy, and flowers. Okay, how are you gonna memorize this for the exam? Let's see. It is time to put our creative hats on and make up a story. What story can I create? Okay, let's say that in the secret magical garden, there was a bouquet of flowers that magically transformed into a walking, talking, moving bouquet of flowers. And this bouquet of flowers was noticing that here in Canada, it's still -40, and the bouquet of flowers is really cold. So what the bouquet of flowers is looking for something to get warm. So, it was looking, and it was looking, and it found this amazing bathrobe that was lying around in like a bag it found on the street. And so the bouquet of flowers took the bag, bouquet of flowers, bag, looked into it, took out the bathrobe that was sticking out, bouquet of flowers, bag, bathrobe, and you know what? As as it put it on, it found that in the pockets of that bathrobe, there was a bag of sour candy. Oh my god! And the candy and the bouquet of flowers and wearing a towel and just took it out of the bag, was so happy that it was warm and it got to enjoy a light snack. So, see that? That's a story. Now, I'm pretty sure if I asked you to remember just bouquet of flowers, sour candy, bag, and bathrobe, you would be like, okay, Anna, let me do this. Bouquet of flowers, bouquet of flowers, and repetition, right? That's your first instinct. In this case, you could draw them, but just for the sake of argument, let's pretend you couldn't draw them. Story time is best time when you're trying to memorize words that don't make no sense and that you can't draw, or you just don't like to draw and that doesn't work for you. Create stories, go nuts, and you'd be absolutely surprised at how well you're not only gonna memorize the words, but also the order of the words, because that's how you're gonna use them in the story. So let's say if the bathrobe came before the bag, you can say that the bathrobe was lying on top of the bag and the candy was in the bag. See? It just creates a flow of the words and you're gonna be better able to memorize them. So with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was really fun to film, and let me know which of these techniques you tried out and which one worked for you, because I'm curious, because they all work for me, but I have to be honest, the last one is my fave, and also the one with the, what's it called? You know, if you have a list and the first letter word, that one is also my favorite. But let me know what your favorite is. And with that being said, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe to me if you like what you see. Good luck with your exam, guys. I know they're coming. Bye!